Hello, Arthur here with more Zeep kist, and in this video I want to show you track from this week. First one, Blurple Trees by Kerncup. I can't say much about this track because this is like Kerncup track in his style, and it makes me wonder just one thing, that you have pretty much limited amount of elements, but still every week or every other week he create new tracks with new layouts. They are different and some of them harder than other. This one for me, well, Kerncup style, it's doable track. It's more like you need to be really precise on your corners and trajectory to beat the best time. Anyway, love Kerncup track. I enjoy playing them every week. Floating Track by Platrack. Well, I would say this is not a really hard track and it's done pretty interesting. For me, main part of this track is the first jump, and not the jump itself, but basically how you land. So I'm using brake and release arms up at specific right moment to have more ground time and have more speed, have the perfect landing without bounce, and this will give you the most time to finish this track. And after it's just go by the track and jump at the finish. Zeep kist. This week really interesting because there was so many short khaki maps, basically with one or two specific features. This one you need to jump and probably bounce from the wall, but as you can see, you can skip this part about bounce, and with proper jump just concentrate on landing. Quasarion by Quick Racer. This track for me it was like normal classical Zeep kist track with no hard parts, except the last one where you need to decide what finish you will choose, risky or not, and depending on your landing you have better time or not. But I enjoy all this line, all this transition, but after time are really hard for this track, and maybe somewhere I miss another corner cutting or something like that. But I really enjoy transition to the risky finish, or let's call it upper finish. I don't know how faster it is. I received gold and I'm happy with it. Platrack by Just Maki, and as I usually say, like Just Maki, at least I noticed for me this really interesting tradition that he create one week it's like really hard track that I need to spend like hours to finish it and grinding, and one week it's really interesting doable track. Yes, you still need to do it like perfect landing, perfect jump, perfect trajectory to have like after time or even gold, but at least it's doable, you can finish it. And as you can see, basically it's my second attempt here and I already managed to finish it. There is no like blind jumps, blind corners, you always have time to react on any changes, and it's not like really fast track. Your speed around 130, maybe someone can be slightly faster, but it's more like technical track on finding the ideal trajectory to finish it faster than others. And this week I really enjoy playing this track. Plum Island. Well, this is, let's call this track our specific one, because I believe After have some idea and why he created, but it's not aligned. It's like have two different layouts, laps, first one, second one. It's not really hard to finish it because, well, track help you to go on specific lines and you're not hitting anything, so I would say it's pretty easy. But to make it ideal for after time or even gold, you need to land every time like in a perfect position, because you shouldn't forget about unity bounce, and this part with jumping on a fence are really hard. I can't say that I really enjoy playing this track, but maybe someone will enjoy such type of tracks. BEEG Squeesh. This is a hard one. I would say this is a technical, slow map for Zeep kist. I'm not really big fan of like slow maps with fans where your speed around like 50, 60, like 70 max, like under 100. And it's just because any small tiny mistake, small tiny mistake could crush you, especially this like hill, hump hill. This is two pain point for me. The pipe, when you need to do it by the fan, and after it you need to save some speed to finish it, because it's really hard to manage on the hill. But I'm just happy that I finished this track. It was unknowingly hard to do, but as idea of slow track is really nice to have such variation. Fresh mint. Well, at least I understand why it's mint, because it's all green, and this is my first cycle of this track. For me it was medium hard, because there's a couple blind turns, blind jumps, and some really hard turns, and all these poles on the track, they're slightly distract you and could hurt you. But people in the lobby found new cut for this track. Basically it's the end. When you have last wall ride, you can aim and jump into the finish right away and not making this big detour. And this could save you like 4-5 seconds. So with such cut, it's ideal track for grinding world record. Hands-Free Winter Wonderland by Codewalt. Well, another AFK track, and I would say that it's not always work perfectly. For me it's like 5th or 6th attempt, and as you can see I slightly adjust my soulbox to finish it, but you can do it without hands, basically AFK. And I love that we have one more AFK track, but I think that you need to steering at least at some points to have better time or after time. I made Dapper Track by Codewalt. Well, I won't show you whole track, because I will show you, I believe, the shortest path. Or if you find better one, please let me know in the comment, or because I really love finding any new features on such tracks, and it's great when you have like limited time to do so. Basically doing RPG, doing quest, finding any specific paths for that. Gravity Run by Lindsay, and I can't say that this is a speed track, it's more like speedish technical track. It's not forcing you to do all in like 200 speed. It have a lot of time to react on each changes on the track. Somehow for me it was really hard. I spent like whole time and I crash in different places. It was strange, because other people in the lobby didn't have such problem. But well, at least I did it, still with some luck, but nevertheless, finish is a finish. Okay guys, that was all tracks from this week. This week was a lot of track, like khaki track. They're really hard, they're annoyingly hard, and I just didn't show it here because usually khaki track is for grinding, lot of grinding. On one of the map, Christopher Game Dev was lucky. He finished one of the khakis map and received a world record, so I can congrats him with that. This is all tracks that I finished this week and which I think doable and worth your attention. So thanks for watching this video. Thanks, bye.